What is up, everybody? You know why you clicked on this video. Today we are going to be unboxing, setting up, reviewing, and shooting the brand new UV slider from Ultraview. Stick around because at the very end of this video, we are going to be giving away one of these to a lucky one of you.
Gonna bring your housing closer, travel backwards, you're gonna go forward.
Alright, you guys, so we got our hands on the Ultraview UV 3XL Slider Edition. Let's see what we got in the box. So right off the bat, this is some of the most impressive packaging I've seen from a sight manufacturer. So we have our UV 3XL sight housing, our Picatinny arm mount for my Hoyt, and also the rail system. This comes with 2 cartridges, one lighted and one non-lighted for states that it is illegal to have a lighted sight. It also comes with a convenient box of spare hardware, including hex tools that you will need for your sight, and any spare set screws, or tape bars that you may lose or need. Shout out to the guys for including that because I definitely lose a set screw while I'm putting this on my bow. This box also comes with an informational pamphlet and a QR code you can scan to help you set it up. Now let's take this kit with us to my friends at Archery, Idaho and get this bad boy put on my bow. Today I'm actually heading right now to Idaho Archery. I'm just about there. I'm getting a new sight put onto my bow, not only for this upcoming season, this upcoming hunting season, but 2, also for TAC, Total Archery Challenge, coming up here soon. Me and Matt are heading to Seven Springs, PA this year. It's the first time we've ever been out there, and apparently it's a pretty sweet shoot. But yeah, nothing super crazy or hard. We're just gonna throw that sight onto my pick rail, of my Hoyt VTM. Here at Idaho Archery, I haven't seen these guys at all this year, so I felt like I'd swing in, check in with them, see how they're doing. But yeah, putting a new sight on the bow today. Come along, let's check it out. Alright guys, we're in Archery, Idaho with my man Jesse. Like I was showing you guys the sight, he threw it on super quick.
Yeah, normally when you set a sight up, you got to do the first, second, and third axis. With the Ultraview, they're so confident in their sight and do such quality sight. Once you get your first axis on, the second's good to go. And right now we've checked all that, and that checks out. I checked the bar's level. Matter of fact, we put this on right out of the box, and the second and first were already on out of the box, so that's pretty dang cool. So super simple. Like the way that they have the micro adjust on the axis on this is probably the easiest one I've done yet. So
yeah. So when you're changing that first axis, how do you go about that?
It's kind of hard to see, but there's just basically a set screw and a micro adjust Allen in there. You just loosen your set screw and micro adjust it till it's level and tighten it back down.
So you make sure your bow is level with this.
Yep.
And then I was watching when he was micro adjusting it, that bubble kind of goes left and right. So you get this level and then you level that. Your first.
Yeah, and it depends on the bow. Like this bow, I like to go. I see you got the same exact shims on the left on both sides, so I know that the cams they're oriented center riser, center limb. If I had a bow where it was tuned or one top was shimmed over more than the other, I'd get my level out, and I'd kind of do a happy medium between the bow, the riser, and the string being level. But where this bow's set straight down the middle, I've had best luck just going right off the string, getting the string level, flipping the sight up off of that. So
sweet.
Downhill, bubble stays in the middle. Steep up, bubble still in the middle. Your third axis is good.
So that's really all we need to do right now, right? Before I shoot it in?
Yeah, like I said, you'll go out and you might find that it's just fine right there. But if you do go out and you're shooting, 30 degrees downhill and 50 yards, and you're getting hitting your left or right, you can shoot it in. You can start playing with that. Just micro adjust it a little bit and shoot. If you get worse, go the other way.
Yeah.
Tell it's on, but there's a good chance it's probably going to shoot.
Sweet. So we got it on super fast, and by we I mean Jesse. Got it on super fast.
Really easy sight to adjust.
Sweet. Just like that, guys, another day, same task. We're still getting this UV slider sight dialed up. We're actually, I don't know if I said this earlier in the video, but me and Matt are heading to Total Archery Challenge in Seven Springs, which I think you guys are going to come with us on this video, and maybe we can talk to some of the guys from Ultraview about this site after we have it all set up and we shoot it at TAC. We got our middle pin. So on this sight housing, the one that I have, it's 3 pins and then a bonus bottom pin right above the bubble. But first things first, you have to get that middle yellow pin hitting 20. So that pin is fixed. That pin cannot move. The pin above it and the pin below it can move. And I'm actually gonna have mine set up to be 20, 30, 40. So my middle pin is actually gonna be 30. And that's all right. Like, don't worry about that. We're gonna do that later. But first, you have to make sure that middle pin is hitting 20. You can set all 3 pins up to what you want later, but the reason we want that fixed pin hitting 20 is because the sight comes with a tape kit, and there's actually 2 sides to your slider. There's the back side with 1 indicator arrow. That's the side we're going to be using for this calibration tape, and then there's the other side with your 3 indicators, obviously, for your 3 pins, your green, your yellow, and your green again. So first things first, we got that middle pin hitting 20, had to slide a little bit, got her locked down, so she is hitting 20 where she's at right now, and we're gonna put the calibration tape on that side, and we're gonna line it up so that the indicator is right at 20. Then we'll go shoot 60 and use that to find which number of tape we're gonna use. So let's go ahead and slap this bad boy on. Super simple. Let's get it. All right, you guys, so in the kit, it comes with, in the extra hardware box, it comes with these Allens. I have a set of Allens, but so we're not gonna try to tug on the housing too much, but what we're gonna do is loosen these set screws and try not to lose these. They're really small. So now we have our little bar that we're gonna put this calibration tape on and line it up to 20. We have our bar, we have our calibration tape here. We're gonna put this on the bar. Yep, just like that. All right, so this next part's pretty simple. So on this calibration tape that is here, we taped it so when it was at 20, it lined up perfectly, the indicator. Now we're back at 60, so what you're gonna do is slide this down and just kind of ballpark it. As you can see down there, I have a giant backstop if something were to go awry. But I'm gonna put it right there in the middle and shoot, and then make adjustments up or down from there. And then once we get 60 hitting perfect with that fixed middle pin, it should line up to one of these numbers that'll tell us what our sight tape is. So let's shoot at 60, see if we need to move up or down, and find what sight tape we need. Let's see if we can get a 2-arrow group. Target again. So see where we're hitting. Make adjustments from there. Not too bad for 60 yards. They're about an inch away from each other, but probably 6 inches high. They're hitting left. We have kind of a cross breeze out here. We're not indoors, which is fine. I know the left and right is good, and that's easy to change too. I'll show you later. A little bit high, so I'm on like 21 right now. I'm gonna raise it to 20, and if that's hitting dead on, then that means my sight tape is number 20 out of the pack. Just shot again at 20. My camera turned off, but got 2 in the orange at 60. So we know our calibration tape is locked in and the indicator is lined up with what sight tape number I am going to need. Now, the lines on these indicators on the calibration are really, really thin, and they line up with the numbers kind of weird. So a tip that I learned is make sure your phone is level and get a clear picture of the calibration tape. And I'll pop it up right here so you guys know what I'm talking about. But if you're looking at that photo, you see the arrow, right? The black arrow. So at 60 yards, that's lining up with one line above 20. So they're in increments of 1. So 20, 19. So we're gonna be using the number 19 sight tape, which I have right here. It comes with all the pages you're gonna need. As you see, this is right-handed, because your boy's right-handed. Tapes number 1 through 20. So lucky number 19 is right there. And I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this bar like I did on the other side, lay it down, put the tape on, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so that was pretty painless. There's not really any rhyme or reason to getting these tapes onto the bar. Just make sure that it's even and not at a cant, that it fills up both sides. The tip, I was doing it on my black tailgate, so I flipped this over to white so you could see easier lining it up. But you can see right there, I've got my number 19 sight tape on there, and we're ready to move on to the next step. Guys, we're doing this. It's not as complicated as you might think or intimidating. You can do this too. So the next step is when you're gonna start getting nervous because you've already done all this work. What we're gonna actually do next is we are gonna remove the pin cartridge from the housing itself to line up 30, 20, and 40. So like I said earlier, you can set your 3 pins to what you want, like 35, 45, 55, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30. I'm gonna do 20, 30, 40. It's what I've always done. It's my second nature. That's what we're doing. All right, so the next part's pretty easy. Like I said, I wanna do 20, 30, 40. So here's our number 19 sight tape. We're just gonna take the pins and line them up where I want, and I want 20, 30, 40. So like I said, that middle pin is fixed. Bottom and top are micro adjust. So if I go ahead and put that middle pin right on 30 like that, you can see that my 40 basically almost lines up and my 20 just needs to come down just a hair. So I'm gonna get in there and kind of cheat those to line up perfectly with 20 and 40. We'll slap the bad boy back on and then we'll verify. These are not micro adjust. You're just kind of on a little slide. So I'm gonna get that where I want it. So 20 is money. I'm gonna tighten that up. And not too terribly tight, just tight enough that you mean business. So as you can see, 20, 30 are perfect. 40's next, gotta come up just a hair. So I'm just gonna loosen that just a tiny bit and then kind of use this Allen key as a sliding tool. Get her right there to 40. And then we're gonna tighten that up. All right, they're all tight, not too tight, but they know I mean business. And just like that, 20, 30, 40 lined up perfectly. So now our cartridge is ready. Bam! So yellow's lined up at 60, now we're just tightening them down. All right, sick, check it out. We're set up, boom, tell your friends. 60 is on. And the way to check your work obviously is go back to your calibration side, which I did. So buttery smooth. It was at 19, hitting at 60, so we roll it back up to 20, set it at 20, and then this side, our yellow indicator should be lining up with 20, which it is. So we're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this down to 30, like so. We know middle pin's at 30, so I'm gonna adjust this top indicator and bottom indicator to match up with 20 and 40. So we'll have 20, 30, 40, good to go. And we are sighted in. 40. 30 and 20. Woo! Just like that, you guys, we got our 20, 30, 40 dialed. You guys were here and witnessed the whole time. Tape's on, feel good about it. Everything's verified. I'm gonna have to learn more about that bonus pin later. I gotta wrap it up for now, but dude, you guys might be coming with us to TAC in Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. So that's probably where I'll see you next. Me and Maddie, meet you there. All right, you guys, we have made it to Total Archery Challenge in Pennsylvania. This is me and Matt's first time out here in PA, but for this section of the video, we're gonna talk to some of the people behind our sight. We got it unboxed, we checked the axes, we got our sight tape dialed. Now we're gonna go get some more info on the slider. Let's head over there.
Yeah, I'm Max. I work in production for us at Norcross, Georgia, at Ultraview Archery, and I'm going to run you through the slider real quick. So some of the main points we got here are windage knob here. No Allen keys needed. You just pop it out, travel forward. It's going to bring your housing closer. Travel backwards. You're going to go farther out from the housing. We have our dial here, dual dial, so you can go up and down, ease of access, lock lever up. And then when you put your lock lever down, you can also override. So if you want to micro adjust, just put a little more force on it. You can micro adjust your sight tape. And one of the biggest features we have is our quick break. So make sure you're unlocked. Go all the way to the bottom. Push the silver tab down. Push. You quick break just like that. So you can put it in a case, travel with it, not have to worry about it going around in the bow case. And then to put it back on, make sure your lock lever's up, put it there, back up, and your marks are gonna be exactly the same. Nothing's gonna change.
All right, you guys, so the thing with this sight is it's 3 pins and a floater right above the bubble, like a bonus pin. Billy here is gonna help me, well, he's not gonna help me, he's gonna show me how to get that bonus pin on a sight. It comes with an extra indicator for your floater, right?
It does, correct. So you have that bonus pin down here at the bottom, and what we did was, the reason we don't install it off the bat for you is we want you to get an idea with the instructions and how to use it. Because the bonus pin is a little unique. So there's a double pin indicator in your hardware kit here that's going to replace that gold single fixed indicator on there, and it's going to tell you where that bonus pin at all times is. The caveat to that is when you install this, the reason it's not installed is we want you to know that when you use that bonus pin, you're actually going to center the bonus pin in your peep and not the scope housing itself.
Oh, interesting.
So you can roll anywhere you want with those 3 top pins and center your scope. But when you use that bonus pin, you want to center that pin in your peep and not the whole scope.
Gotcha.
And that's how you're going to run that. And that's why we don't pre-install them, so you see that in the instructions when you scan the QR code that comes with it. So what you're going to need is super simple. You're going to use a T6, and you're just going to pop these off as smooth as I can. I don't recommend doing this in the yard over grass.
Yeah, I'll be on screw patrol in case it rolls.
So we're going to loosen these up, and I'm eventually going to pull that indicator housing off completely. There's a nice long screw to keep it nice and tight. So there's one. All right, so we got those off, and you can see that's that single fixed indicator. And you see there's 2 little arrow grooves in there. We're gonna pull this guy off. We're gonna put this guy in its place just like that.
And the beautiful part of this is I don't have to resight any of my stuff in, right?
Nope, so this is gonna replace that single fixed indicator that you had, so your sight tape and your marks stay on. This is just giving you exactly where your bonus pin is now.
Heck yes. Do we put the green ones back in? Oh, they're on there, yeah.
Yep,
okay.
they are fixed and slidable in a separate channel.
So sweet.
And then we just screw that back in, and then you're done. And that's all there is to it.
Dude, I was thinking like, okay guys, I'm not the best at reading instructions. I'm a visual learner, and I didn't dive into the bonus pin too much, but in my brain I was thinking I was gonna use a caliper to measure the distances between my 20, 30, 40, and work the math out to figure out my bonus pin. Turns out it's way easier than that.
So what we're finding is a lot of people with that bonus pin are actually getting anywhere from 15 to 20 yards extra. So if you dial back up here where your other pins were, and you dial to 20, 30, and 40, you're going to see you're actually getting 17 yards extra from your 40 yards.
So roll that green pin down to 90. So that's where I bottom out at.
You're now getting...
I ain't shooting anything that far, but I have the option.
Yep, so now you can see if you're running off of, I mean, that bottom pin's putting you at the bottom of your sight tape now.
Dang.
Super simple. Just remember, if you're using the bonus pin and the indicator, center that in your peep and not the housing. That's it.
Good tip there. All right, guys. Well, we got our bonus pin locked, so we're going to be shooting a lot farther, stretching this tape out. We are shooting the RMEF course today. I've heard rumors that there are some elk targets 110 yards plus.
111.
So, 111.
Shot it this morning.
I'm glad we're here and we got this on there now. Let's go shoot some long bombs. All right, folks, this is target number 9. We are officially over the halfway mark, and this is a long one. I would suggest the longest one yet. No way. Woo! I just shot a 112-yard elk about that far from the 12 ring.
So I shot it for 110 because I ranged from down here. I saw Logan up here where there's no brush in the way, ranging from 112 from right here, you cheater.
How did I hit that, dude? All right, you guys, thank you for watching the UV slider video, the unboxing, setup, and shooting of the slider. Honestly, you guys, this is seriously the best and most consistent I have been shooting. And to think, I literally put this sight tape on here 3 days ago, and I shot lights out. So hope you guys enjoyed some of those long bombs, slow-mos, and the process of getting this thing dialed. If you have any questions, type them in the comments or hit up Ultraview directly on their Instagram. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, you guys, thanks for watching the video. As you can tell, I love the sight. I've shot better than I have in a long time. I love how easy it was to set up, how user-friendly and adjustable the sight is as a whole, and just the overall slider. You guys, we are going to be giving away a brand new, still in the box UV slider by Ultraview to one of you. It's free to enter and totally easy to do. All you have to do is make sure you're following us and Ultraview on Instagram, like this video, and comment done. We will be picking a lucky winner in 1 week from today, June 16th, this coming Sunday. So go get entered, tell your friends, super easy to enter. Might as well do it because somebody is gonna win a brand new sight. All right, thanks for watching, guys.